Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is Pool Chapter 58, and this one is titled Night Chat. I told you I would step in, Aizawa stated calmly to the wrapped-up chef. What part of her decline did you not understand? Or are you completely deaf? He let the binds loose a little to allow the chef to speak, his dull gaze still holding a little annoyance as he awaited the pink-haired rival's reply. Why do you watch her so closely? The chef asked, half embarrassed that he had been caught in the middle of a confession that he was very obviously getting rejected on. She was my assistant, Aizawa stated. I have a duty of care to watch over her inside and outside of school hours. That sounds a little possessive, does it not? The chef replied with indignation. I wonder if Miss Lin appreciates you watching her so close. She does, because it means that I'm right here to step in when someone with a disturbing aura harasses her, he replied with a calm conviction. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be going. And with that, he retracted his scarf and walked past the chef down the hall to post himself outside the room that you were changing in, should the chef decide to pester you again with his begging. Inside Yaoyorozu's room, you changed quickly and hung her dress up on the hanger, then got back into your usual clothes. How am I going to get out of here without seeing that chef again? You wondered. I could use my quirk to escape the house, just slide out the window and stretch down the wall and away. You were seriously contemplating it when you heard Aizawa clear his throat outside the bedroom door, and you ventured over to see what he was doing. Softly you opened the door and poked your head out. There was Aizawa, standing guard with his hair still in a bun and his arms crossed across his chest. I'm sorry, you said sheepishly. I'm causing a lot of trouble. It's not you who's causing the trouble. Don't blame yourself. You are the victim here, he replied, looking off down the hall. Yeah, but it's making you have to work overtime on my behalf. I'm doing this of my own accord. You've not forced me to do anything, he replied calmly, still looking away so that he missed your grateful smile. Well, thank you. I just want to get out of here now, you said. I'll escort you to the gates, he said, finally letting his serious gaze fall on you. This is now a matter of protection. The chef has twice been quite forward with his feelings towards you, and twice you have wished to be away from him, so consider me a bodyguard of sorts. Well, thank you, bodyguard of sorts, you said with a cheeky smile. It's very much appreciated. He nodded, and you fell in step beside him, walking to the front of the house and then out to the gates. I'll leave soon, Aizawa said as he saw you off. Head down the road and I'll catch up. You nodded and walked off down the road, while Aizawa went back inside for a little bit to mix with the students before catching you up. Unbeknownst to you, Mina and Jiro were in the garden when you and Aizawa walked past to head to the front gate, and they ducked down and watched you walk together, hoping they would catch a kiss or something when it came time for Aizawa to say goodbye. Ah, damn it, they didn't kiss, Mina pouted when Aizawa just let you go, and you walked away without even so much as a glance backwards. I for sure thought they were going to kiss. Maybe Aizawa knew we were here, Jiro asked. He's got an eye for that kind of thing. They watched as he went back inside the house and then followed a short way behind. He didn't stay for much longer, then excused himself to go home, and the two girls smirked at each other. I wonder if they're going on a date after this and he purposefully made it look like they left separately, Mina deducted. We'll just have to ask Miss L on Monday, Jiro replied, twirling her earjack around her finger. Aizawa caught you up quickly as he walked along the quiet streets and took a good look around before taking you back to his place. Mina and Jiro saw us at the gates together, he commented, glancing over his shoulder as he walked side by side. I don't want to be tracked by them. Would they go that far as to follow us? You asked. I'm not sure, but I do get the feeling that they would very much like for us to become a couple, he commented, making your heart flutter in your chest. You hummed, not wanting to confirm that you did indeed know that that's exactly what they wanted. Through streets and down back alleys you walked, until finally you came to his apartment block. Excuse the state of the place, he said in his usual bored tone as he placed the key into the lock and then pushed his apartment door open. His place wasn't that much bigger than yours, but there were a ton of mugs on the coffee table and lesson plans strewn across the lounge chairs and across the floor. Teacher's life, you commented, looking around. He hummed. Can I get you a coffee? That would be nice, thank you. You walked over to the lounge and picked up some of the papers that were loosely placed out and put them together neatly, then laid them down on the corner of the coffee table and gently sat down. There weren't a lot of personal family stuff around the house, so you didn't get to have a sneaky peek of what his mother or father looked like, or if he had any siblings. Black coffee, Aizawa called to you. Oh, milk and sugar, please. Thank you, you called back, settling back on the lounge and looking up at the ceiling. In another moment, Aizawa appeared, still looking dashingly hot and tired, with 2 coffee mugs in his hands. Here, he said, passing one to you. Thank you, you replied, gratefully taking the mug in hand and inhaling the pungent aroma. Aizawa sat down next to you and placed his mug on the coffee table, indicating that he would be the one doing the talking and thus didn't have time to be taking sips of coffee. Thank you again for saving me tonight, you started the conversation, giving him the opening to reply and continue it how he wished. And that is the end of chapter 58. Stay tuned for chapter 59 coming tomorrow.